You know, I welcome everybody back to another episode of
Oh, I saw the live pop up. Like, oh, we on.
yeah. It's you doing a lot. I am I yeah I welcome back, y'all. We are back with another review of Married at First Sight. We are on episode 10. Love is in the up in the air. That's what it's called. Up in the air.
Yeah.
Whew.
Where you want to start at? Where you want to start? I got hot takes for all of these.
Okay. We have one couple less this week. So we got a little more time with the four remaining
Yeah. So hold
couples.
on. I thought didn't they act like they was gonna be back, or did she just not show back up for shooting?
She played homeboy. She played she played Mac. Dominique played Mac. You remember at the party. Everybody
Right.
was
She said, "I
telling
think I'm
her,
gonna try to work on it."
yeah, that's what she said, but she was just saying that so they could shut up and leave her alone.
Oh, so she was
Remember
gonna.
afterward,
Oh,
Mac was like, "Why did you say that?" And she's like, "Nah, I still want to leave." And then she took her box and was crying. That's it.
dang.
She's done, over and done, but the heartache lives on
Heartache.
inside.
What heartache did she have?
How many? What did I have?
I said, what heartache did she have?
I don't know. You know, the whole we still are waiting for this plot twist, right? So I don't know.
What did her and Clint kiss then at the Axe place? That isn't. I'm
That
confused.
hasn't happened yet. So we don't know what's happening. They are just trying to string us along. They are really good at stringing us along, right? So I guess we should technically. I want to start. Let's start because I feel like we're gonna spend a lot of time probably on Eris and Jasmine. I think we'll probably spend a ample like a long extended period
Yeah,
of time about Kristen
and we'll let
and
the people
Shaq.
get in here.
So I want to start with. Should we start with Gina and Chris, or should we start with? I mean, Gina and Clint, or should we start with Chris and Nicole?
Chris and
Let's start
Nicole.
with Chris and
That
Nicole.
girl, that girl, that girl.
Chris and
They actually are perfect, but she gonna mess it up. If they gonna stay together past this, but like 3 or 4 years later, she gonna mess this up.
Or do you think Chris could potentially self sabotage because his insecurities?
Oh, you
I
saying he
I
just
feel like it's both sides. He in his head. I don't know. It's something about Chris. So we're starting to see him get more relaxed and become more of his day to day self. And I think that potentially that he could mess it up because his insecurities and he has to. We said this last week. He gonna have to like grow some balls a little bit and kind of take control of his situation because the girl and not saying that women should not lead, so I want to make sure I put this out there
mhm.
right now, but what I'm saying is the type of man that all these men want. We said this last week. They want niggas to be in control. They want the men to be in control and kind of lead them and have like have the reins on the relationship. And I think that's gonna be the only person that's exhibiting that honestly is Clint.
But she don't like it. That's the
What
funny
was you gonna
part.
say?
No, I said she don't like it. That's the funny part with Clint. With Clint.
Yeah, no, I know. She don't like Clint, but we gonna get there. I think that this whole love agenda that they are pushing, that she is pushing, has to stop. Because for me, it's about if you feel comfortable and this person makes you feel comfortable enough, safe enough for you to say your feelings, then say it whenever you are ready. But don't say it because you feel pressure to say it. And that was one of the things that he mentioned in his confessional. And I'm just really confused as to why every week this comes up. How are we here again? This
Hey,
is
look,
episode 10. And technically,
look.
it's only been a month into their marriage.
She wants to, and then she keeps on saying, and I want him to say it. Like the I love, like I want him to say it.
Why does he have to say it first? If that's what you're feeling, just say it like, hey, Chris, I know you're probably not here yet, but I feel very strongly for you. I love you. And do I think that it's possible for somebody to love somebody in a month's
Yeah,
time span? You are a male Aquarius. I'm a female Aquarius. I'm going to say it's possible.
it's
You're going
definitely
to
possible.
tell me
I'm not gonna say
probably
it's
not
full of.
because
I don't
you're
feel like
more
it's full of.
pragmatic.
I won't say it's full of, but I'm like,
I
no,
think they're
I could.
still in lust. I think they're still. I think it's definitely infatuation, and we're just still waiting, trying to figure out what's going to happen, and they're going along with it. But I don't know. I feel like his insecurities are going to be a problem for her, because she is very confident. But I also
Mm-hmm.
feel that if he doesn't say "I love you" by decision day, I feel like she will end this shit. And
Ooh.
just saying, just saying. And
Ooh.
other thing that's really weird to me. Why is she mad that he said I wanted somebody that was like thick? He is from
No, he said I'm
Nashville.
normally not attracted to the thicker girl. He didn't even say I
No,
didn't
I
want it.
thought he said, but thick to me, he said, I thought, I need hearing aids. So I was trying to turn on the closed caption. Now, I'm not even going to lie to you. I was trying to have the closed caption on for some reason. When I hit pause and the settings come up, it didn't come up, friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck, I'm going to have a hard time. So I was turning it up. So I thought he said, I wanted more of a thicker type but thick to me is more athletic, more toned. I swear that's what I heard him say. My
He
ears
did
played a
say
trick
that,
on me.
but the first part he
Cause she was
said
like,
I
don't ever
normally
refer to me
don't.
as thick. But bitch, you thick.
She is thick.
I thought he said, oh, damn, I heard that wrong. I'm gonna have to go watch that again.
Now the second part you're saying is
But
exactly correct.
also thick is not. Oh.
It's that first part. He said I normally don't date thicker girls, but you're pretty. It was something along those lines that he said.
Did he not learn anything from Clint? And this is what I
No,
mean by men being stupid sometimes. I'm sorry.
but also like she sold
Because
her
Clint,
she sold her insecurity with the New York thing. I'm used to around all these influencer girls that are making me feel bad for who I am. I'm like, yo, you like the average size of a woman. Stop it. Ain't them many and New York ain't got them many bad chicks like that. No disrespect to New York, there's some bad girls, but it ain't like you in LA or Miami or some shit. God damn. Okay, my bad.
okay, I would say, I just, okay. It's so funny
I don't want nobody saying I'm
when
being
we hear
mean.
thick, how black people. No, 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 no. You're not being mean. Um, I would say it's so funny culturally when we hear thick, because we were texting in the chat today because I guess everybody was watching it today. People were
Everybody watched it
like,
late.
"Oh, if somebody, um, right, like," but my sister and Brittany were like, "Okay, if somebody called me thick, I would be ecstatic." Now I don't know how I would feel if a white person called me thick. And then I said, "Wait," I said, "It depends on the white person, though." And then I sent a Ryan Gosling gif. Is it Ryan Gosling? And then I did, what's the heavy set guy from Seinfeld? Uh
Oh, what's his name? His actor name.
that was in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Oh, not oh yeah, not Newman. Yeah, Newman, right?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of his actor's name.
I, I don't know his real name, but it's Newman on there. So then I sent
Jason
that like
Alexander.
literally right here. I was like,
Jason
again,
Alexander's his real name.
no, that's not Jason Alexander. No, Newman is different. But I literally sent I sent
Oh,
Ryan
you the name
Gosling
that.
or
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
so that was
I
in
thought
my
you
group
about
chat
George.
with
I
my
thought you
sister,
about
and I
George.
was just like, I'm just saying, no, not George. No, I was talking about Newman. And so so I'm like, it depends, but I'm like, I feel like I just want I want Chris to really like come with it because I really think he's a really great catch. And I feel like I said out the gate, this is the only couple for real that I said that I believe will work.
Mm-hmm. But
And
they're
but
gonna
if the
but what you
insecurities
said
and the
about the end of the how it's going to end
the
in the
season,
season where it's gonna say love if she don't say he don't love her by then. I didn't even think about that kink in the
yeah,
armor.
she would
That's a
totally
great
be
point.
like, we've had all these romantic because don't forget too, she's already feeling a type of way about the apartment, the living situation after the season. And it sounds like they are already planning to stay together, but this is the one thing. Like, you need to sign a lease for 9 months. I need to sign a lease for 9 months. We can, and then we'll find something together, take our time. But I'm with her. It's like, yo, we already did something that's, unconventional. Like, just we either can sign the lease here, like, but also, never mind, they have 3 dogs, so they can't sign the lease where they are. But I feel like toward the middle end of it, if y'all are feeling like you are going to say yes on decision day, I feel like y'all should be looking for an apartment now, and neither one of y'all need to renew any lease anywhere. Y'all need to sign something together.
Yeah, yeah, and just stay together and be together.
Yeah, just stay together and be together. That's weird to me. That's weird to me.
Ooh, but man, the part about it, he don't say I love you,
I can see that
boy.
girl saying no because of that. Because she's seeing the petty type that'll do some stuff like that.
We've been together 3 months and he never told me I love. He never told me he loved me. I'm
Yep.
out.
That's what it is. That's what her ass is gonna say.
Yo, you ain't.
Why don't you
Hey,
love me? And she gonna think she easy to love. That's a line
yep,
from that
and
song
that's
as
a
well.
lot.
It's a lot. I'm gonna say this. Okay. Can I be vulnerable with you?
Let's do it.
Okay.
You are a lot.
I I am live and I'm gonna be vulnerable with you and I'm gonna tell you the truth. Okay, so the Aquarius that I'm dating, that is your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And so I lost my job, and when we were about to have like our first like real date, we had just kind of had met, and something happened, and I don't know. He was like, "Oh, are we still like going out tonight?" And I said, I just lost my job. This is really weird. I've never lost a job before." He said, "Oh, we celebrate those moments. This is a win. I'm taking you out. We're gonna get fucked up." Okay, so I
I
got
feel him on that. I feel him on that.
so we go out, we get drunk. I remember we like bar hop down the street, but I remember bits and pieces. But I had to watch my Snapchat to remember stuff. And then things started to piece together. And then you know how you feel like you dreamt
And that's back
something?
when Snapchat was true, was cool then, and you could really figure out some shit through
And
Snapchat.
and so as I was piecing together, because then I woke up and I had a taco in my bed. So then
Like it was
so
a half eaten, or you didn't even get a chance to eat it yet.
it was like half eaten, and I guess we fooled around and fucked, had sex, and then I don't know. I
Oh,
had
with
a
the
taco,
taco.
in my bed, and so as I'm now piecing the night together from this like drunk night, I was like, oh my god, I think I told this man that I loved him.
Did you?
Yes, and I had not known him long at all, and I feel like I really did feel that way because I remember I told you how when he walked in the kitchen he took my breath away, and I ain't never
Yeah.
have a man do that. And I was like, because I saw him and I was like, this is gonna be my husband. It was really weird. Before we spoke words, it was really, I felt something. I felt connected to him. Now I didn't tell him that part, but I told him I knew I was gonna get him.
Right.
And then once we had the St. Louis link, it was a done deal.
It was
I
like,
knew
oh
that.
yeah,
I was like, oh, this is nothing. But yeah, and so I was kind of embarrassed, but I was like, man, it's gonna be my nigga. I don't even really care. But so that was my vulnerable moment. So I I I I get Nicole, but I ain't about to press no Negro to tell me that they love me.
I mean, Nicole is crazy, man. I'm sorry.
Nicole is crazy, and I'm sick of these thick eyebrows. Can we, guys? Gina, you are a hairstylist. I need you to do something about these eyebrows. I'm tired of them. They are very caterpillar-like and thick, and I'm done.
Is that
Anyway,
is that a new thing for like beauty stuff? Because I remember the one girl from that was cute from the Bachelorette, black chick. She had them eyebrows like that too.
who was cute from the Bachelorette? Which black
The
girl?
black girl that she ended up being the Bachelorette. The black girl that
Oh,
the black
they used to
the
date
white
Katie.
light huh?
The Lindsay, the lawyer, right?
No. The Lindsay cool. I'm talking about the one. And the other girl's cool too. But the one light skinned girl that the dude Matt picked the racist white girl instead of her, and she ended up being the next Bachelorette just recently, like a year or two
See, I
ago.
don't follow. I honestly, I
It was
watched
he
the
was the
Bachelor.
first black Bachelor. That dude Matt, the
Okay, I have
light
to
skinned
go.
dude.
I have to Google it.
Yeah, this Google racist girl Bachelorette. Because I got mad at him because I was like, oh, this is not my type of black guy that I thought was gonna be the first black bachelor. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got mad midway through the season, and I was like, I'm
Listen,
out. Because I mean,
I,
the hood was cheering for him, and he was kind of coming out like, okay, he is just professional.
I, I don't know what y'all thought was coming. I looked at the man, very attractive, but I already knew what he was on. He's like some of my cousins, so I just kept it moving. I had no hope in him at all. He was not choosing a black woman. He was not.
But he had it down to like, well, I mean, I guess maybe
I
that's
mean, that was for ratings, and that was. But had he had it his way,
it'd have been
he
all
would have
over.
had he would have had a farm of bunnies.
Yeah,
He was like, "Don't bring me no Negroes." Uh,
they need to have a
Gina,
real black dude on there. That I mean, like, man, that would be awesome.
that would be awesome, but we know they ain't gonna give us that.
Like Umar Johnson on Bachelor.
Boy, we moving on to Clint and Gina.
You tell me
We
that's
got
prime
Big Sis
time
Chris in
TV.
the building. What's up? Welcome. Um,
Big sis
I
Chris, you know Dr. Umar Johnson on The Bachelor would be amazing.
they should spoof it. Somebody should spoof it. Let's write Dave Chappelle.
Yes, and he
Um,
said Umar Johnson like in a sketch.
okay. I
I'm
want to
gonna write
talk
that down.
about
Actually, that's a good idea on the low.
boy. I want to talk about Gina and Clint, and I I kind of had high hopes for this couple as well, but amongst these episodes, these 10 episodes, this has drastically dwindled, and I can appreciate Clint really showing up and really trying, right? And I can appreciate Gina taking him to her place of work, meeting her coworkers, all this stuff. So it's making him feel like, okay, she is trying. And I love that he was very vulnerable with her, sharing so much information with her, being in a relationship, you know, having an unexpected pregnancy, to the miscarriage, to how he really felt. And, but she does not like him.
Nope, nope. And she just can't get over it. Like, and it's funny. Like her friends are calling out on the low too. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, are you dirty or no messy? The girl said, "Are you messy?" And
Mm-hmm.
she was like, "No, he's not." Like, oh, okay, Dan, okay. I thought I had you. I thought you was messy.
She's like, there's something about you that just seems messy, And he was like, and he had literally on a plaid shirt and some jeans. It was really weird. It was like, I don't know. Did Gina have like set them up to like press him like that? I have no idea.
I mean, or unintentionally, because she probably talking bad about him in that beauty shop. So it's like they have a perception of him from all that shit talking she probably been saying in the beauty shop. To be honest,
I really can appreciate. I, Clint is 40, right? I believe Clint is 40,
yeah,
and I think that why I really like Clint is like he gets it. I feel like Clint gets it. I feel like Clint has probably been in a situation similar to her where he has been the workaholic. He has hit his goals, but he realized, like, that there's more to life than just work, 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 work. He takes her out on the boat. Um, and he even says that in his like little confessional, like, I want her to realize, like, there's more than that. Is life has so much more to offer, and you are caught up in this salon. And I don't think he's trying to knock her dreams or dream crush her or anything, but I think he wants her to find the healthy balance. And I know because she doesn't like him, she's not gonna give him that.
Not at
And
all.
not at all. Not at all. And I really kind of feel bad for him. And see, this is what I mean by how they are pairing people. Are y'all going off of appearance? Are y'all really go? Because y'all not going off of what people want. Because y'all are clearly matching people with people that are polar opposite what they said they typically are not attracted to. And I know they are going based off of previous seasons too, where, I think in the first, or what's that, the second season, when the girl runs off and she's like crying because she doesn't think the husband is cute, and they together now and they still got all these kids. But I don't know. I think Gina's a cute girl, but I think she really thinks she like Margot Robbie or Emily Ratajkowski.
Ooh. So
And
she
you
thinks
know,
she that
she thinks
shit.
she the hot shit, right? And don't get me wrong, I think I'm the hot shit. And there's somebody that probably thinks that she cute, but she ain't all that, and that's cool. So she
Yeah.
should think very highly of herself. But I'm like, it's funny because these things that you say you don't like about him, his features and all this stuff, you kind of have similar features. So maybe you hate yourself. I don't
I
know.
was
It's really
ooh.
giving weird. It's giving weird. It's giving weird.
Ooh, maybe she hates herself. Wow.
Because also, like, okay, you hate that, and then you hate this dude is a go getter. You talking about? It sounds like she was a sugar mama. Maybe she like being a sugar mama. Because you remember she told
Oh yeah, because she said I'm usually in power or whatever.
me, I
Ooh,
used to take care of
who that?
everything and blah blah blah. So I'm just really confused as to how we got here.
Oh, let me see this. Let me see if they got some of her.
I don't think I don't think I don't think we're gonna find any exes. I feel like right now they trying to leave us guessing. So we'll have to go through an Instagram when it's public.
Yeah, because do they make everybody's page private? Make them
I
make
feel
all
like for
that?
the most part they make everybody page private.
Okay, because I noticed that when I was trying to look up people, I was like, damn, why
Yeah.
is their page everybody's page
Yeah,
private?
everybody's page is private.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay, okay. That, I mean, it makes sense for them too. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I was just interested why they would do that.
Yeah, just probably while filming and when it's on air, it's likely part of their contract. And then because now you'll have fans like trolling, making comments and um yeah, but we've saved the best for last.
No, we got two more.
The best
Oh, the best two for last. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
best. All right, let's start with Eris and Jasmine. Go ahead, you have the floor.
Hey man, that dude was full of shit from the beginning of the episode, minute 1.5, when he was like, I mean, for her, the way she took care of me, I give her like a 7 or a 6.5, 7, 7.5. I'm like,
You know,
nigga, you got COVID. Somebody helping take care of you, that's automatically like, yo, I'm good looking. I wouldn't even rate. I'm gonna give him you a 10 because you stuck and held me down. He's like, well, she going off doing her thing. I had to fend for myself. Yes, nigga, you a grown person. Sorry, whoever said before I'm being mean. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be a curmudgeon for this last 30 minutes of this
I
show.
I want Jasmine to pull the plug. I want Jasmine to pull the plug.
And he was being mad, like I don't even talk to chicks I've been messing with for 2 years about sex. Like he talked to her about it, like trying to tell her, like
what
I
how lame she is, and
that's the whole thing. Like everything is capped. Like as we, it's like he gives us little nuggets, right? Because something happened when he was at 28, and the girl just up and decided she didn't want to talk to
so
him,
you
and that
was in
broke his
love,
heart.
fool.
So, but he doesn't consider that love. He just really liked her, and so he don't want to.
No, he was in love. We talked about this before.
Exactly.
That he
And
just thinks that love is something that he sees someone else have, and he's never had what he visualized what he thinks love is. But that doesn't
it
mean
ain't
you have
that.
not been in love.
Exactly. Boom. So also, I think that, how are you going to, based off the questions that you asked me, and he asked, this is what I mean. I'm gonna say something. I've said this on my show so many times. You can fight me. This is what I mean by, I think that many men, I'm not going to equate this to all men. I won't put this on all y'all. Many of y'all think y'all very sexual beings and creatures, and y'all really not. And y'all are very vanilla, and y'all freakiness ends at orgies and threesomes. You ain't really no freak. You're not. So you better stop. Because there's some men out here, there are some stone cold. That sounds very old school. But cold, stone cold freaks. Because trust me,
Hey, you
I
said,
done probably
look, I
slept
know your
good.
mama passed on the glory, but I feel like your mama would be saying, "It's a stone cold."
So they let you know the age bracket of men that I'll be messing with, for real, for real.
You said stone, and you said it like a woman in '84. Stone cold.
But I'm serious. Like, yo, like, I'm so serious. And it's wild to me that we keep circling back to this conversation. So Jasmine thinks she's about to play this game where y'all really about to get to know each other and really ask questions, and you gonna have the talk with me again.
Look,
Here
he
we
did it
are
like
again.
Dom. He did it like a motherfucker would do in college, trying to flip a girl and trying to get her to do some shit. That's how I felt. Like, where you like, who all in here didn't suck the dick on a balcony? Like, and then, ooh, she did. You know what I'm saying? Like that real collegey type of.
It is the wildest, lamest thing is ever. Thing is, it's
Yeah.
the it's he. I mean, she needs to exit stage left.
You know what? Her face when they did the confessionals after that, she
Hmm.
looked like she was like her face changed. Like she was like,
The
I'm not
way
fucking
that
with this.
honestly, whew, you know what? Tap me in, Mavs. Tap me in, Mavs. As long as I can keep my dude and be on the show, because the way I would be like, okay, look. So why y'all partner me with him? Okay, because this is what I told you. This don't exhibit any of the characteristics that I asked for in a partner, based on my personality, based on my dating history. And you are partnering me. Like, why would y'all partner? Why did y'all even cast him? And see, what's happening is, see, he's in his head. His cousin is sitting right here.
Yep. Hey,
He's sitting
hey,
right.
hey, dog. It felt like because it felt like she his cousin was like, you need to go and see where she at before you get to taking it further with her. Just play a little game of have you ever and do a little drinking thing with her. You can open up and find out about her. You
And
think
that's,
I should, cuz?
yep.
Yeah, that'll work.
And I really think that the whole conversation, if he felt some type of way, I feel like I would have preferred him to exit on at the wedding and call that shit off, than to have somebody kind of actually take the time to get to know you. And we all love Jasmine here, and in the comments, like throughout Twitter,
Mhm.
everybody really rock with her, but they hate you. And I feel like here's the opportunity for you. And this is what I mean by men be stupid.
Oh, here we go.
You can't even do reverse psychology where you can even like show your proof to your cousin, where it's like, hey, all right, fuck what you talking about. This, I'm in this. I know this is foreign to y'all. I know y'all not used to seeing me in relationships with people,
Now I'm gonna
but
flip this
I
to you.
really want to give this a shot. I really want to give this a try, and I am going to do what it takes to show up. And you can't even show up. I still feel like I want to try to give him some grace and be like, he's nervous, but in this scene, but this is also what it equates to when men get sick. Just like how you said when how he was acting about the COVID thing. I had a fend for myself. Jasmine got a busy day today. You also have COVID. We also don't know how this virus responds in all these different people. So you lucky
And
her
she
ass,
helped
baby.
take care of me. And he was like, she made me some soup and some other stuff. I mean, if you go me a scale from 1 to 10, it was like a 7. And that's what
Right,
really pissed me off. Like, dude, a person sitting next to you with COVID, she could have been like, fuck it, studio people, put me in a whole nother room until he's over it. And like,
right.
I'm not gonna help him out.
Because
I ain't gonna
he
do shit.
already not really messing with me like that to
Right.
begin
So,
with.
and I'm gonna get
He'll be
COVID on
like
top of it.
another 10 days without seeing me because he ain't really rocking with me no way. Because that's the type of petty that I am.
Me too. That's what I was like, and she won't even let me kiss. All right, that's cool. Put
Bud
me in another
D.
room, and I'll get her the Uber Eats though. I'll buy Uber Eats for her and let it send it to her. But I ain't gonna sit there and cook no soup and no stew and stuff.
Oh yeah, see that's what it is. See this now again. Now we review this. Cancer and Taurus totally makes sense based on their personality too. Because
Yeah, 'cause it's emotional.
she's very emotional and in tune with her feelings, and he is just like a stubborn bull. Like he just is set in his ways, and that's what I told you. I said his old self that he cannot shed and let go of is why he is not gonna get chose on decision day. Now,
He
why
reminds me
some?
of those dudes. He reminds me of those dudes that like because he told on himself when you said the 28 when he was 28
Mhm,
and was like,
mhm.
oh yeah, I was like, Negro, you was in love. But that's number one. Number two, that was 10 years ago. Like, grow up. Like, straight up, grow up, bro. Like, for real. Like, you can't hold nothing against the whole world. You haven't grown at all in them 10 years.
He has not. He has not. And I hate men like that. I remember I met a guy years ago in Dallas, and we're still mad cool, but he won't ever get married based on something that like either his high school or his college basketball coach told him in regards to women and relationships. So I was like, so it was nothing that you ever experienced. You're going based off of a conversation that somebody else experienced. You don't think that's weird? You don't? Oh, and
I get that
no,
in your 20s, maybe. But yo, and you in your 30s and 40s be
this
like,
dude is in his 40s, probably closer to 50s now.
damn.
And he was older because he was older than me when I had met him, probably in my late, late 20s. And so he was already kind of like pushing like 40 if he wasn't already there. So yeah, it is just really wild how I hope, and what I'm seeing with some of my peers that have sons, they're teaching them to be more in tune with their emotions, or at least allowing them, talking them through processing their emotions,
Mm-hmm.
because this toxic shit, like this is for the birds, and I would not wish that on my worst. I might wish it on my worst enemy.
But the thing is, there's like Eris, like it was just like it was all how, and he was like into it. The thing was that made it worse was like he was like, oh yeah, we finna have this tonight. I'm finna find out all the freaky stuff. And
And she,
look, low key, Jasmine may have done all them things though, but she the
mhm.
type of chick that wasn't gonna be saying that on TV or in front of him or
Yep,
to
and
him.
that's what I was saying. She wasn't gonna give him that satisfaction
Yeah,
because
I don't know if
why
she did
would
or
I?
not. I'm just saying that she could have low key did all those things.
No, she's not gonna give him that satisfaction just based on
And she's not
her.
gonna do it on TV. She the type of chick ain't gonna do it on TV either.
I could, you know what? I would say this. I'm not gonna say. I feel like potentially she could have, but I'm gonna say she wouldn't because he hadn't done the work or earned that
Oh, okay.
information.
Got you.
I
Yep.
think she would have revealed something, but just like the cheating thing, in hindsight, like I've never really cheated on anybody.
Impossible.
I technically no.
Impossible.
No. I'll tell you. Like I broke up with him. He just didn't know I broke up with him. Now when he got home from work, he had a letter with the key to his house. And what was I doing? Going to Pound Town with somebody else. But I
Okay.
knew in my
Okay.
heart what I did.
Okay. Okay. Fair
Yeah,
enough. Fair enough.
I
Fair enough.
I was ready to move on, like Maya said.
Yo, you said I left the key in a letter.
I left a key in a letter.
That Dear John letter.
Hey, I slept.
Yo, but no, Eris, man, yo, bro, man, just relax. Number one, it ain't that hard. You don't have to be who you think that. And I wonder if he thinks that he needs to be something he's not.
Yeah, I could see that.
Or like,
I
I
could
don't
see.
want the hood looking at me, or the homies looking at me crazy up in here.
But
I
then,
ain't
don't. Why
doing
did you come on this show? Why did you come on this show?
it. I mean, I thought it'd be a good look for me. I just moved back to Nashville. I ain't even had no situation on for me.
I just think that I really
To
we
me, 'cause
episodes in.
the reason I think it was like he was corny, and the idea that like any real gangster dude, like I can have a conversation and tell you if I did any of those things he's talking about there. But ain't no
Right.
real. That's why I don't think that she would admit it either, because a real gangster ain't gonna tell you on no TV.
Yeah, I can see that.
You
I
know what I'm
understand
saying?
that.
Like I'm not gonna even try to even divulge that kind of stuff out there in the ethos. Like
Yeah,
if me and her can have a conversation on our own without no cameras, and then maybe we talk about that. But I ain't gonna put you in a situation of looking like a hoe either, though. Because what would have happened if she was like, "Yeah, I've
yeah.
had 5 dudes run up in me at one time." I bet you he'd have flipped it on her ass and be like, "Oh, I don't want no girl that's had a
Okay,
train
she
ran on
wouldn't
her."
tell that one. She would not tell that one. She wouldn't tell that one. She wouldn't tell that one.
No, no, no. I'm
Because
saying if she
even if
did,
that were
be
my
honest with
story, I would even. Yeah, no, 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 no. She wouldn't, but she wouldn't. That's the one that she would say, "What the fuck?" Like, no.
you. But
So
I'm saying if she
the
did, he
multiple
would flip
partner
it
thing,
on her. Is what I'm saying.
yeah, he would have, but then he
I
would have
don't
been
want no
pressing
weird ass hoe.
her. No, or that, or he would have been pressing her even one. Like, man, you letting out 5 niggas hit, and you ain't letting me hit, and I'm just
Oh,
one dude. Eric's that type of weird nigga.
I
Eric's
mean,
is
she let
weird.
2 dudes run up in her, and she can't let me hit.
I just, ooh, it's just, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. And it's just, I don't know. I feel like he really missing the mark, and he gonna regret it down the line because he want to mess with Big Booty Judy that he think is gonna give him the world and make him soup from scratch, and she gonna give you some Campbell's, and it ain't nothing wrong with Campbell's because I had some the other day when my tummy was hurting.
And Campbell's
But
is
I
fire if
just,
you make it right.
oh yeah, I'm like, I listen, I just, I'm done. I'm done. Jasmine, please, like, I want her to tap out. Like, please tap out. Cause it's just gonna get worse. We see it's gonna get worse. It's just gonna get worse. Cause he's not attracted to you. And I'm gonna say this. I don't think it's that he's not attracted to her because she not fucking. And
Oh, is that it?
when
Is that
you
it?
we it's this I feel like it could potentially be that because he probably feels like I'm not connected to her because this is how I typically connect with women that I'm
Oh,
seeing in dating, and we have sex, and so she not giving me the sex. I am not interested in her.
I never thought of it that way. Wow. Since she wants to take it slow and build up, he like, oh, we ain't connected then.
I feel like had he actually tried, based on how homegirl had the sexy lingerie on
Hmm.
wedding night when they got to the hotel. I think she might have been like, and I'm not yes or no, like, but I feel like had he really made an effort and really trying to get to know her and engage with her, he hasn't made any effort. And that's what I'm like, why should I give you something when you didn't do nothing? And then now he thinking because she ain't done none of this other stuff. Oh, see, this is you supposed to do all of this before you get married, so you get all that out the way before you get married and just be focused on your partner. So what? Now you think she gonna go run around on you and have threesomes and orgies and have one night stands and go kiss a girl? Why y'all think everybody be out here kissing women? We
And
could just
my
think a
thing was,
woman
I
is
don't know why
attractive
she didn't flip it on
and
him.
pretty, and
Said,
it just
Have you kissed a dude before? That was what I was
baby,
surprised.
because that would have been. I can't. I can't. I hate it.
I mean,
I hate it.
people, and it's he's almost like a dude that looks at life as a porno, where he thinks that every girl is kissing another girl, eating another girl out, and that everything is just kind of up like that. You know, that's on like 20% of the population that's on that shit.
You and you know what's weird is that one time I'm gonna say this. Aquarius Bay one time said that, and he was like, I just assumed like I said, in what your alternate universe, and I was like, that's just really weird. And I'm like, I understand that we're human, we're sexual creatures, but I'm like, what if I said that to you? Like, how would that sound? Like, how would you feel if I said, oh, I think when you with your homeboys or whatever, y'all all are just banging each other and blah blah blah. Like you said, like what?
Mm-hmm.
No. Like we really be out shopping. We really be out gossiping and getting drunk at brunch and trying to come home and fuck y'all.
Yeah.
It's that simple. And you better hope I don't pass out and black out from the bottomless mimosas. Cause I'm good for that. I'm good for that.
I'm just saying, like, and listen, it's. I mean, I don't know how the cameras are like for none of this stuff, but I don't feel like Eris like takes her nowhere to kick it or do nothing.
He don't like they stay in the house because we've seen, people kind of move about and do different things. And I feel like, but that's what I'm saying. He does not make an effort at all. And I really think
He's a
that
loner. He's a loner though too. He's a loner. There's nothing wrong with that. He just is.
that's his fault. And I think the other interesting thing about Aries too is, what was I gonna say? I think that one, I think he does live in his head. But the other thing too is just that I don't know why you trying to hold back. Like you really trying to hold back from this girl, and I don't know, because there's genuinely nothing wrong with her. There's genuinely
Mm.
nothing wrong with this girl, and you are just playing this weird game. So did you just come on the
We
show
haven't
for
even got a
clout?
chance to see
If you
any
did
flaws
that,
with her
just say
because
that.
we haven't got a chance to see any flaws with her because you didn't messed it up. Like you don't, you literally have not tried to get to know her besides how how much you get how sexual she is.
And you want to know the other funny thing is, like, I know sometimes they can edit things to make it seem a
Mm-hmm.
certain way, like somebody could be a villain or whatever. But honestly, I think this is like this is what they are working with, what they have. So I don't think that it's editing or anything. I think this dude, how dude is, he is a clown. He's a
Yeah, because then I
clown.
mean, you think like
Moving on.
Jasmine's second set of series of interviews was very telling to me when those the newer ones when she was like, the face
Yeah.
changed,
Oh,
her whole
nostrils
thing is
flaring.
different.
We
Yeah,
getting this.
yep,
Like
she
God,
out.
all of that. So she's over it. I think she's over it. I want her to tap out. I would love for her to tap out, but I think there might be a moment where there is a pivotal moment. Cause I'm like, how you like the at this moment you like the dog more than you like her.
Yeah,
So Kristen and Shaq.
but the opposite way.
Kristen and
Kristen trying to find any way to be with that man too. I mean, god damn, a dude working a full. Like he
you know
should
what? I'm gonna
stop
say
doing
this.
his education stuff to be with her.
Now, okay, let's talk about it. Now I'm gonna say this. Kristen is really being an Aquarius right now.
She is.
And we forget often that she's an Aquarius. And I will say why that's happening as we talk through the episode.
Okay.
I think Okay, so the mentees coming to the house. I think there's
Well,
a
no, but fuck
lot
that. Let's
kind
go
of
back.
going through
Let's go
her
back.
mind, and you see it happening.
Let's go back though, Dom. Remember, she talks to her
Okay.
mom or whoever was on the phone first.
Oh yeah, she talked to her. I think it's her aunt, right? Or her aunt or
Yeah,
her mom. Her aunt
I
or her
forgot who
mom.
it
Okay.
was. Yeah,
Uh, yeah, and so they're talking on the phone, and what happens? Because I think I kind of missed
yeah.
a little
So
bit of
she says to
through
him, she's
here.
like, "Yeah, he's working late for the school every night. I mean, I need if we
Oh
gonna be
yes,
connected, he needs to be at home. He needs to be where we can connect. I mean, the school thing is cool, but we need to be connecting." And
being
I
an
was
Aquarius.
like, I've seen, but she's doing some of the Chris things where we will fail safe that shit out. Well, we'll booby trap that whole motherfucker, and you gonna hit in one of them bitches. We gonna put all
I,
them traps out, and you gonna
I
slip into
okay.
one of them if we want to get out of here.
Yes, yes, you are correct. Okay, so that was the first moment she was being an Aquarius, right? Because here's the thing about us. Remember, we are big on communicating with people. We are big on kind of having interactions with people, and this is coming from somebody related. I'm gonna be honest. I related to her in that scene because I dated somebody that is entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur, a workaholic, and feels like that. And I get it. Like what happens is the mind tells you that your mind plays this trick on you where it tells you you have this brief window. And so you're like overworking yourself. You're doing all of this stuff. You're working long hours, late nights, and all this stuff because you feel like because you're in this rat race, but you don't realize it's this rat race. And so you're like trying to create all this opportunity, trying to do all this stuff, right? Because and I had to tell him one time, I was like, yo, like what happens too is that a lot of people, like, like a lot of millionaires and billionaires that say, I wish I wouldn't have worked this hard. I would have spent more time with my family. I wish I would have did this differently. I wish I would have balanced it more. So it goes back to what Clint was saying about Gina, right?
Yeah.
So then she kind of explains to him, like I want to spend more time with you. Like I really want to get to know you. Are this she is correct. We are not doing the atypical dating scenario. We're now married and now I have to get to know you. So where we would spend time having text conversations and talking on the phone, going to dinner or whatever, I would want to I'm craving this time with you because now you're my husband, and yeah, it is like I'm dating you. So I want to really get to know you. And he goes out on a limb. I was kind of irritated by his confessional with this. So Kristen
Okay.
said she wanted to spend time with me, and I'm gonna take her to where I want to go. I know this might not be necessarily what she would want to do, but just so so I'm gonna go take her to see these plants because
And
I
I
like
know I
plants.
wouldn't have liked no shit like that. That's I was like, you going into one of them landmines she put out there for your ass to trip up on.
See, and I thought that was really messed up. And I was like, okay, this comes the time where you, based on the conversations that y'all had, would go and take her to do something. Maybe that both of y'all kind of met in the middle because y'all do have things in common.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell by this girl house. That girl ain't got she don't even have a cactus. And you took
She
her
fucked
somewhere,
my
and I
cat.
get it, like you're trying to give her more insight into your realm. But this was the moment where she's saying, I don't feel connected to you. I want to get to like, are you attentive? Are you paying attention to what we've talked about? And this would have been the moment to show her that. And to me, I feel like he dropped the ball. I
I
really feel like
agree.
he dropped the ball.
I agree. I agree.
So
He
her
did. This one thing he dropped
complaining,
the ball.
we know you got a green thumb. We been to your house, bruh. So I honestly like this episode, like I know that she's a January Aquarius, but I really felt her this episode because of that. I was like, oh, I've been in this situation before. I know this outcome.
She already done
You
shut
are
down
not
on him.
interested in any of this shit. She did. And then kind of how he was kind of even like talking at her in the playing shop. I'm like,
Yeah, like
bruh,
almost like she was a mentee.
she took because she doesn't want to be there. She didn't want to be there
No.
because that's not one of her hobbies. And then we get Kristen getting out of her shell a little bit. I'm going to be a little vulnerable with you. Let's have this romantic, evening where we can kind of talk to each other and whatnot. She lights candles, there's wine, they have the bathrobes, they doing, which I think is a great exercise, putting the blindfolds on so you can kind of relinquish, that shields and try to be vulnerable, with each other. Shaq has been pretty much open this entire time, and we know his main complaint, which, I'm not mad at, is that Kristen is a wall. We get that all the time. It is a process for us to let people in, to trust people, because we know what that's like to get hurt. And you see again, Shaquille opening up. Also, sidebar, did not like the fact that he did not take that job without consulting her. This is what I be talking about when people take things away from people by not consulting and having those conversations, because who knows how game changing that would have been. Yes, I get you trying to show her that you chose her, but
And she did the Aquarius statement too. I hope he made that decision for himself and not for something else.
okay. But we keep going back to the situation with Shaquille is you're not coming like as yes, you are telling her about you, which again, I think that there are things about him that she does like, but her friends told you kind of got to be patient with her, but you are going to have to be the one to pull her out because she is like that. They told you. And I don't think you're going hard enough to kind of relinquish that information. And it was in that moment where when they was talking, and I can empathize with him. It's like, you said that so much about you, but you're not telling me nothing. You said then there's nothing else, but then you said this, and you could see her, you know, the nervousness, the wanting to be vulnerable, because like her now she's kind of fidgety in the blindfold, like the little sleep mask or whatever, with her wine,
Mm-hmm.
her, pulling the robe or whatever. Like, I want to, but I don't know if I should. And he did pose a great question to her. Are you not over your previous situation? Because you were in a relationship for 4 years. Are you afraid of what could potentially happen between us? Yeah, I can see how she could feel that way, but it also depends on how fresh that was for her. I don't think we ever learned how fresh that
She never
was.
disclosed it.
She'll never get closure. And that's something hard for us. That is hard for me to process sometimes. Like certain situations, I'm like, well, what happened? And you'll just never know. And sometimes I just be feeling like, you know what, it's probably too good for that nigga anyway. They helps me sleep better at night.
Hey, that's real talk right there.
Real talk. I was like, it's probably just really too good for him. And I required a level, and because we press people in a way where it forces them to either fall in line and do the work and show up, or you kind of fall off.
Yeah,
So
I
I've
agree.
had
I
several men tell
100%
me that I was too good for them. Yeah. I've had so many, like several men say that to me. And I'll be like, what? Okay. Weirdo.
whatever you say, weirdo.
Weirdo.
Man, Shaq, man, you gotta fall and you gonna have to grab her on the ass, man. I keep telling him to do it. Just grab her on the ass and just like,
Yeah,
yo, just
at first I was like, don't do that. But yeah, I'm with you on that. And I thought maybe even in this, I thought when she said, oh, yeah, we really gonna get personal, I thought she was gonna at least like welcome him home, give him a little peck or something.
nah.
everybody being weird, and I needed to stop.
Has this been the weirdest set of couples, like chemistry wise, in the series so far?
Yes. At
Okay.
least from the seasons that the episodes that I've seen, the seasons that I've
Yeah.
seen. Now I know that there was one girl that my sister always talks about where, and I started that season where the guy they was like, tell your partner a secret, and the girl was like, I swallowed a penny.
She said I swallowed
But
what?
she also a penny. And so they were trying to make him, the guy, seem like he was like pressing her, but he really wasn't. And of course they didn't stay together. But yeah, that was her
What was
way of
swallowing
being
the penny
vulnerable.
have to do with anything? What was the point of that?
I guess that was her deepest, darkest secret. She swallowed a penny. And then they said kiss him, and she said she did this. She kissed her hand and then put it on his cheek.
Oh wow. Hold on.
But
I gotta find.
I would say this is the most, because I would say people kind of have like a little more chemistry than this, but it just be weird. It's just been really weird, and we gotta get Kevin Frazier on here.
I guess
We
the
got
chick's name is Iris.
Yes, Iris. Yes, that's her name. We gotta get Kevin Frazier on here because I'm sending in a request. I'm about to send it in, and I'm about to hit his wife and just be like, Yasmin, like I'm a huge Mavs fan. Me and my bro have a podcast, and we do a review. And please tell hubby to let us interview him. Like, please.
Wow. Like, so was this chick like? Let me see how she looked. Like, this is crazy. Like
But I
that was the
also know
deepest
it's hard for
relationship.
us to be vulnerable. I just,
Oh, this is a black couple too.
man,
I swear,
yes,
I
it
thought
was black.
I didn't know that part. Is this the one
Yes,
that was a
they
virgin?
were black. Um, yes, she was a virgin.
Okay. Did she give it up?
I don't think so.
Okay. I swallowed a quarter.
that was a memeable moment. He was like, I am tired. Like we need to interview Pastor Cal. I'm like, listen, I'll volunteer myself. Can I come? Like, can I be an expert? I'm gonna be Dominique Lovings. I don't have a MD or PhD, but I got my BA of realness, and all y'all on some bullshit. And
Look,
this is
hey,
amazing.
all
I
family.
really, oh my god, I want homegirl to like not like exit stage left because you don't need to be with Eris. Eris is lame. I feel like the Kristen situation is weird because like I know she wants to, and that like, and even in the after show, like her trying to like say or trying to talk, and then her kind of shutting down, and then she kind of gets emotional about it. And I know part of her, like part of it is like that fear, like afraid, and you're trying, and she's like, I'm like, I'm trying to be, like do all this stuff, and I want to be a good example for my brother and my sister, and people are like fuck with me, but then this is like, it's a different. I think people don't realize going into it how much of yourself you really have to be able to give. Like it's a lot of yourself you can compromise because you are not doing something that's normal. Like you have to remember that. So when people
Yeah.
now outside of this air is bullshit, you have to be able to open up because clearly what you are doing in your day to day is wrong. It's not working for you.
Because you ain't married, it ain't
And I
worked out
know
so
that's
far.
hard. Yeah, even now, like there was a conversation the other day. I was like trying to explain something, and I was like, I was like, not that it's hard, but I don't want to necessarily offend you. I don't know if how you will receive what I'm saying to you. I hope you're not offended. And that's, what I said. I was, just really being honest. Like this is really how I feel about whatever we was talking about. And we weren't arguing, but it was just like sometimes like you feel like I'm holding back or not saying certain things, and I'm like, this is why.
Which makes sense.
Like it's a process, and we are all constantly evolving people. But sometimes when you want to say certain stuff, you get in your head and you're wondering about how the person on the receiving it, how they're going to take it. So it makes you kind of like bottle it back up.
I mean, y'all got to figure this out, Married
So
at First Sight. Like y'all got to figure this out. Streets ain't feeling it.
they got to figure it out. And Kristen, we not. And Kristen, you got to figure it out, boo. Us Aquarius, is we're here for you. If you need a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of the February sprinkle, we can guide you and help you. But I
And
get it, and we
if you need
are.
little hands of land,
Don't
it's
listen
okay.
to Darryl.
Little hands of land.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I feel like, do we owe the people Aquarius episode? Did we miss it, or was that last week that we
That's Tuesday
filmed?
coming up.
We
This Tuesday
filmed
coming up.
last week. We totally filmed.
Yeah, we got Tuesday coming up.
Okay, I was like, oh my god, I think we owe them an episode. Okay, cool, cool,
Tuesday
cool. I
coming
was
up.
like, oh my god, because we've
Mm.
been on it. We've been on it. We've been
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
So
No, it's Tuesday.
we
This
got we
Tuesday,
got
we
one
good.
dropping to before Tuesday. Okay, I
I
was
mean,
so
Sean
thrown
Kipp is
off.
shooting people.
So don't
I
forget,
mean,
everybody.
did I send you that thing with Ali? We gotta talk about this. I already got them
Go.
notes for next
Okay.
week because we doing 0314 day too.
Yeah, I know something. I record Sunday with um Sigma Joe.
This past Sunday.
No, I'm recording this upcoming Sunday.
Oh,
He
okay,
shared
okay, okay.
he shared something with me, and I was like, I gotta get you on. And so,
Oh,
cause
so that's when you need
he
to come
they
on.
yeah, so we gonna talk about some stuff. I'm trying to get Dip. Dip just responded and was saying that he probably be at some like tailgate type thing. I'm like, tailgating for 314 day? I don't know. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to get him on. If not, I'm gonna probably try to get Dip on um sometime after that. I'll have to figure out something with Dip. Because I would love to have something with, all of us Aquariuses again, us, Dip, and Jamie. And
That shit was fun.
because that was a lot of fun. I
That
know
was a lot of
there's a
fun.
couple of other Aquariuses that want to come on. My boy Larry, my boy Ken. So guys, we have an amazing podcast together called "Everyone Needs an Aquarius" because y'all do. We are y'all voice of reason, logic, and it's just really funny. It was my sister said something the other day. I was like, I knew the truth. And I said, I'm glad you finally being honest with yourself. And we just fell out laughing.
This is like the
Because
Aries, right?
I knew. Yeah, shit, Aries.
I
And
know it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it was just so funny. And I also have a show, Whiskey Sour. I haven't put out an episode in 2 weeks, and I got so caught up in work. I forgot to upload my episode this week.
Oh, you'd already get recorded it too.
I already recorded it. So now for 314, yes, I have it. So now for 314 day, I'm going to drop that one and then push the episode that I
Yeah,
have
back.
recorded back because that one doesn't have like kind of like a timetable.
It's
So
evergreen.
yeah, so thank God that we didn't really talk about anything like that. So that one is with Tahir, and I'm gonna push it back. And yeah, so we appreciate y'all. Please leave comments.
Yeah.
Tune in. We record this live
I
every
wonder where the person
Tuesday,
at that
unless
said I
I'm
was a curmudgeon. Where you at? That said I was a curmudgeon.
yeah.
I want you to hear what I had to say this
Oh my
episode.
God. Y'all, we're gonna see y'all here back live next Thursday. Um, like, subscribe, share. We both trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can monetize our page, as well as the watch hours. So
Hmm.
it'd be a process. Do you have all the? You should probably have all the watch hours.
I
So
got the watch
you
out.
just need the
Yeah.
subscriptions, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Haters.
Yeah. Just build it out, and we just trying to bring stuff in. And if you have a lavalier microphone, don't forget, clip it to your shirt. That's where it go, not in your hand. And we gonna see y'all here next week. Peace.